Of attraction like a Hoya. Catch us with a dog in the fight for.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this early Saturday morning, man. Another edition of KFTV postgame live presented by Underdog Fantasy. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Use our code KFTV for an instant deposit match up to $250. Well, the series is tied, ladies and gentlemen, 3-3, and we will have a Game 7 at Madison Square Garden because the Knicks would go into Indiana for Game 6, looking to close out the Pacers. But it was a weird flow to this game, and with the early injury to Josh Hart, the Pacers were able to capitalize, man. Blow the roof off the Knicks, blow the doors off on the boards, on the points, on the threes, and everywhere, man. It was a Pacers masterclass, and for the Knicks, another game where you're left asking, do they have enough to get to the finish line? So let's talk about it, man. 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up in the KFTV Discord. Knicks lose 116-103, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Blue and orange everything, man. Blue and orange everything. Hey, CP the Fanchise, House Trataros on the ones and twos. Can't be easy when it comes to the Knicks.
This is what you asked for, CP. You asked for cardiac Nick affair.
We're going into
cardiac Nick affair to Game 7. Of course.
And this is what we have. You're right. If you think about it with everything the way that it is, you go into this game, I thought it was a 50-50 shot for the Knicks. I was confident that they could get the job done. But seeing the way that things really transpired in this game, it gives me pause for the next one. And that's Josh Hart, man. That's the lead. Josh Hart in this game in the first quarter goes down, and I don't know what the official word is. I haven't checked Twitter. I just got back from the watch party. Shout out to everybody that came through the slate. I didn't see what it was, but clearly he's not the same. And that's my X factor. He's been my X factor for the playoffs. My X factor was not X factoring tonight, Al. And it's bad when he leaves the game. It's bad when you look at him on the bench writhing in pain, but still trying to gut it out like a warrior, because that's what he is. And shout out to Josh Hart for the effort, but he couldn't make it, bro. He could not make it. And that injury gave you the entire storyline for this game, because look at the rebounding battle. Knicks lost tonight, 47-35. My keys for this game, my keys for the series, Brunson and boards. They lose the rebounding battle by 12. Even though Josh Hart had 7 boards, this was not a Josh Hart game. This was not a Josh Hart game. And so because he's able to turn those boards into transition points, he's able to get after those 50-50 boards that the Pacers got tonight. Like, this was not you look at the stats, he had 7. No, this was not an impactful 7 rebounds. This was not a Josh Hart game. He wasn't there. And that's where things just fell apart, because the Pacers saw blood. Give credit to Siakam. He had a magnificent game tonight. Pascal Siakam, he did everything he needed to do to take advantage of the mismatches in terms of his size. And Siakam for the Pacers had 25 points and 11-21 shooting. So there goes his night. And so from there, everything kind of just fell apart, man. I felt like the biggest turning points obviously was the second quarter, where the Pacers went on a 15-2 run. Yep. And then in the third quarter, when they would also go on their run. Brunson and boards has been my keys for the entire series. They lost the boards battle, and Brunson even though he had 31 and 5 on 11 to 26 shooting, I didn't think he was good tonight. I didn't.
No, he wasn't.
We're going to give him credit when he has all the 40 burgers and he's in history and he's in the pantheon. Tonight, I thought he was bad. I didn't think he was any good. It was too much hero ball. It was too much hunting for shots. Not enough getting the offense in a flow because, again, the Josh Hart injury. When you lose Josh Hart, bro, that is your next best playmaker. So he's out. He's out. He's out. He's just out there just trying to make the best of it. But on the court, finished. So for Brunson, it's more pressure on him to make more. You got to get the offense involved. In the third quarter, bro, the big Ragu didn't touch the ball one time, I don't think. I don't think the big Ragu got one good look at the basket, but that to me is on the point guard. I don't think he was good tonight.
Dante in the third quarter, 0 field goal attempts, went to the free throw line, only hit 2 shots, and hit both of his shots.
Yeah.
Went 2 for 2. Look, man, this game, I mean, first quarter, you saw once Josh Hart was holding his stomach, you saw that he was in pain. He was in and out of the lineup, just constantly going back to the bench. You see that they're giving him, you see the medic staff, the training staff over there trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He's got the towel over his head. You can tell that he's in pain. He's trying to gut it out, but he can't, man. He can't play the Josh Hart way that we're so accustomed to, which is getting out in transition, grabbing boards, putting pressure on the defense. I mean, it was just uncharacteristic to see him just standing around in the half court on both ends, man.
Tough.
It was just really, really weird for Josh Hart. And, we talk about how Brunson could be the catalyst for this team just for his prolific scoring. But as you noted, without Josh Hart, he is that energy guy. He is the guy that really galvanizes the troops. When you watch him fly up and down the court, when you see him battling for rebounds, possession after possession, and you're not getting that, you're losing that spark, man. You're losing that spark to what makes this team go. And if he's not going to be at 100%, he is part of the reason why you talk about you got to win the rebounding battle. We've seen this from round 1, CP. The Knicks have to win the rebounding battle in order to win the game. Okay? Even the first 2 games where Brunson was not great against Philly, the Knicks still won the rebounding battle and did enough just to create shots. We're not getting that right now for this game in particular from the rebounding side. You already talked about how the Pacers out-rebounded this team. That's one issue. Pascal Siakam, because Josh Hart couldn't be that physical presence, right? You see that he couldn't go 100% defensively, so now Siakam's just able to get comfortable. Now he's able to find anywhere in the mid-range, attack the paint, get downhill, and finish around the cup. And if Siakam is going to do that, it makes Halliburton's job 10 times easier to then attack and get downhill. And I thought, just really from a defensive standpoint, from the Knicks, talked about it with Caitlin last night on the Game of the Week preview, when the Knicks and specifically Halliburton can get downhill and get to his spots and just cause the Knicks defense to constantly rotate, that is when they're at their worst against this team. And if you're going to have that and getting guys open, and then you have Pascal Siakam who's just able to eat, especially in the second quarter, it's going to be a tough time for the Knicks. And then last thing, Pacers just did a good job making Brunson very uncomfortable in the first half. Like that was just obvious, because every time he got the ball, he was guarded 94 feet. And then as soon as he crossed half court, they were blitzing him. They were showing the double team. They're saying, we're not going to let you get to your strong side. You're going to have to let somebody else beat us tonight. And thankfully, Deuce, Dante, we're doing a great job. You say, hey, we're still in this by the first half. Maybe third quarter comes around, we can get going. But it was, as you noted, too much hero ball. I didn't like that there was not a lot of ball movement. They didn't do what was successful in last game, which is finding guys cutting, just creating easy shots, man. And if you're going to work 10 times harder defensively, you're going to be exhausted on the defensive side, especially with an up-tempo Pacers team. Didn't like how they executed tonight. And now you're in a critical Game 7 at Madison Square Garden. Thankfully, they have home court advantage, CP. Thankfully, we've seen this team win at home all this time. But it's going to come down to, is Josh Hart healthy for for this game because you still have to win the rebounding battle. Unless Brunson's going to be the most efficient scorer we've seen and potentially have to drop 45, 50 to make this one, to give the Knicks a chance to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Josh Hart's health is what is going to be highlighted until Sunday comes around.
Yeah, everything played into the Pacers' hands. Give them credit. I expected them to up their hustle, which would allow them to get more boards, more second chance opportunities. The Hart injury, it certainly increased that for them. And I just felt like everything just went with their way. The Siakam, his aggressiveness, taking advantage. Every single time the Pacers got out in transition, they had a mismatch in terms of size. And that's their strength. That's been their strength in the regular season, and that especially at home. They get out, they get Siakam down on a guard when the court is not balanced, and then he's able to get that, either draw contact or get easy buckets. He was able to shoot over any Knick anytime he wanted to, and got what he wanted. The Precious, I thought held his own. However, a lot of times it was over Hart. Sometimes they got mismatches over Brunson, mismatches over McBride, and so that was pretty easy. Halliburton was able to get a couple of advantages as well. And so in transition, the Knicks got absolutely gashed there. So that was a bit of a concern. And, when you don't take good shots against this Pacers team, when you take bad shots, they're out of there, bro. Out of there. They're off to the races. So that is why, when I say Brunson had a bad game, and you look at his box score, he's like, 31-5. He had a bad game tonight, bro. The forcing in the second quarter and the third quarter is, to me, part of the reason why this thing got the doors blown off. It seemed like in the second quarter, every time he forced a bad shot, the Pacers were able to convert that into something good. Almost every time. Almost every time. And it's not to say give the ball up for someone else to make a play, but maybe you give the ball up, maybe you get the ball back in an off-ball situation and you get a better shot. And you get a better look at things. Or you have another matchup that you can create advantages off of. J.J. Redick spoke about it on the telecast. He did not create any advantages tonight. None. Zero. So that was not a good look. Like, you got to get other guys involved, especially when Hart is down. Your next best playmaker is down. Hart did a great job playmaking tonight. I thought Hart was good. But when Hart is down, you've got to try to get other guys in rhythm, and especially in that third quarter, Ragu didn't touch the ball, bro. I'm like, yo, where's Ragu? You didn't hear from him, man. You did not hear from him. And, obviously it's a tricky balance because he's had all these 40-point heroic games, and, maybe he misses one, he steps into another one, and you get into a groove. But you also got to remember, you're the point guard. You also have to remember that we're down so many players, so many guys that can create for others. Everybody's going to look at you to make something happen. So that was tough, man. And especially you're on the road. The referees are going to let Indiana get handsy. A lot of hand checking going on that was not called. But that is what it is. You expect that in a Game 6, where they're going to give the home team a little bit more leeway. But, at the end of the day, I was not happy with the way that he was. We got to run offense, man. You're the point guard. You are the guy. You can't keep forcing junk, and then they convert junk, and they convert it, and then you come back with more junk. You got to get the offense into a flow, man. And then the other thing, Al, which has become a signature of this Knicks team, and when you wonder why they get into Game 7 situations, what is it? Free throws. Free throws. They're third to last in the playoffs in free throw percentage. Tonight they were 69%. Hey, you know who's in there with them in free throw percentage in the playoffs? The Pacers. They were 69%. However, Pacers did everything else right. Right? They shot 53% from the field. So the free throws really didn't matter for the Pacers. But for the Knicks, when you're shorthanded and your back's against the wall in enemy territory, everything matters, man. You've got to play mistake-free, and making free throws is a part of that for me, bro.
The free throws are so aggravating, CP, especially to start off this game. This team was 2 of 6 from the charity stripe, and you just got to knock them down. It's free points. And I think what kills me even more is just when Brunson misses those free throws, man, because he's such a prolific scorer once again. But to miss the free throws so early on, it just hurts. But the big thing in this game, CP, is that you're just not getting a typical Brunson game to start off this game. I mean, Brunson missed 11 straight shots in the first half. And you just, if you're not feeling it, it's one thing. But as you already pointed out, how do you get everybody else involved? That's the bigger question. If you're not feeling it, how do you make it easy for yourself to get shots? And you see, like I said, you see that the Pacers are just double teaming him. They are having Nesmith or Nebhard guard him 94 feet. As soon as he gets the inbound, somebody is guarding Brunson. And you got to figure out, okay, if this is the way that they're going to do that, I got to move the ball a lot faster. As soon as I get past half court, move it. I don't need to just dribble the ball, pound the living daylights out of it, and just wait, okay? Move it around, shift, find somebody else to get going. Find Isaiah Hartenstein at the high post because he's doing a good job finding people who are cutting, especially Deuce McBride. You know, Josh Hart, Dante, somebody who's going to cut. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. This is just, it's a frustrating game because, and I still believe in this team. I still believe we got a chance in Game 7, even with the lingering of the Josh Hart injury. It becomes murkier, but you go back to thinking about Game 3 with that Nemhard shot. You just think about, it's just a missed opportunity, man. You start thinking about the missed opportunities, and it's not to be a doom and gloom at this point. It just stinks going into a Game 7 because anything can happen in a Game 7.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. And with home court advantage, that's the only positive I could take away from this. But I think at this point, with all the injuries and how this team has been up and down, it's just, things are just murky at this point. But I still have confidence in this team.
Josh Hart, bro, like, the heart injury's bad, man. The heart injury's bad, bro. Like, I can't even spin it into a positive. It's bad. It's bad for me. That's the X factor, bro. When the X factor is not X factoring, the margins are razor thin for this team. Razor Ramon thin. Razor thin, bro.
The amount of injuries this team is,
it's razor thin, bro. So, like, to see him go down, and every time you see him on the bench, he's got towel over his head. He's got the heating pack.
In pain.
It's bad, bro. It is bad. And he's already nurtured different injuries, man. That one took the wind out of my sails, bro. Where it's just like, yeah, I think, yes, being behind the Garden crowd and another heroic Brunson performance, can they beat the Pacers? Yes. I don't think the Pacers are a better team than the Knicks. I don't. But it's like, man, how much can we suffer? How much can we lose? Bro, in this series, we lost 3 guys.
Mitch, OG, and now Josh Hart.
We lost 3 starting caliber players in this series. How much more can we take, man? Something's got to give. I love my team. I want to be as positive as I can. We lost 3 guys. The Pacers lost no one. This is what I mean where I say they're not a better team. We lost 3 guys, and we're still here. We're still here.
Insane to even first of all, that's just a testament to this team and how gritty they are and how much they fight on a night-to-night basis. But Another one, CP?
Another
Come
one,
on.
man.
And this
Bro,
look,
we
and
lose
the
the
thing is
X
that
factor.
we don't even know the length of Brunson's foot injury either. Like he
Right.
looks better, but it's still, now your superstar is battling an injury and trying to do the best that he can do to go out there and compete. And now you got another injury to add on to this. Insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. If they
It's
like
crazy, man.
a Knicks win for Game 7 and you move on to the next round, this has to go down as like one of the craziest postseasons to go through injuries.
Yeah. It's
Has
tough,
to
man.
be.
So to everybody in the chat, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. I'm a little dejected, man. I'll pick it up in the middle of the show. I will. Call us up, 657-383-1509. But when my X Factor goes down, it's like, damn, not even Burks can save us. Not even Big Buddy could save us. Shout out to everybody that pulled up to Slate, though. Slate was a movie. Slate was ram-packed. Wow, I mean, we had so many people in there. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. We had our own celebrity row going on at Slate, man. So shout out to everybody that came through. Yeah, Slate was rocking. It was Friday night, Friday night, New York City vibes. Slate was really, really good. But just the result was just not there. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. We'll bounce back on Sunday and get to it, man. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or hit us up on the KFTV Discord. Let's start it off, Al, with Omar from the Bronx. Omar, how you feeling, man?
Yo, what's up, guys? You can hear me?
Yeah. How you feeling, bro?
All right, I'll jump right into it, man. Honestly, respectfully, let's just forget Game 6. Like, there's really no point of thinking about Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
We got Game 7, the Garden, MSG. This is the first Game 7 for the Knicks at MSG in over 2 days. That Garden is going to be crazy on Sunday.
Yeah.
This is the playoffs. We had Denver last night lose by, and they're fully healthy. So, like, these things happen sometimes because we're not used to being in the playoffs, except for these last couple of years. We don't realize, like, it's not going to be easy, man. You're not going to just, like, run through teams. This is what happens. You get hit. You got to be resilient. It happens to really every team. And again, teams that are fully healthy and, let's just say us that are like, halfway depleted. So Game 6, there's no sense in like, dwelling on it. It is what it is. Nobody yet has accomplished anything in the series. Everybody won on their home court. Nobody did anything. Everybody just did what they were supposed to do. That's what happens when you're down to like the final teams in the playoffs. I think Game 7, obviously things can happen. You want to try to take care of business and get control, especially in the first quarter, because you don't want it to be a back and forth game. In the fourth quarter, things can happen. 30-foot shots can happen. So I think the Knicks will come back fighting. I know Hart's going to play. Like, don't worry. He'll definitely play for sure. And you just go all out. But the main thing on Sunday, it's a 3:30 game. We got to get control from the first quarter. You can't play catch up with the Pacers. If you play catch up with the Pacers, they're just too good offensively.
I agree with you, man. And shout out to Omar, man. Everybody in the chat give Omar from the Bronx a 5 for the optimism, man. He's picking us up, man. I'm feeling like the Knicks right now. I'm just kind of dejected a little bit. But, maybe by Sunday I'll get there. But, Omar, I appreciate you, carrying the show for us, man. I appreciate that, bro. Omar from the Bronx, Al.
Hey, it just stinks right now. But I get the optimism. Give me some time to recover. Do a game of the week preview. Yeah, and I'll be right back into it.
All right. There we go, man. There we go. Shout out to Al. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up on Free Boy, CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. Talk me off the ledge, people, man. Talk me off the ledge. You guys like to get me to jump out the window? I'm trying to find some positives here for Game 7, man. After my X Factor went down, I'm hit, man. I'm a bit wounded, Al. I can't lie to you, man.
Well, if there's anything, all the post-game discussion amongst Dante, Brunson, Isaiah Hartenstein, they're talking like Josh Hart's going to play Game 7. So you have Isaiah Hartenstein saying, unless Josh Hart's leg falls off, he will be out there playing.
He's gonna play. Yeah, I can't see how he doesn't play. There's no chance. There's no chance, man. All right, here we go. Who else we got? Vince T on the Discord. Vince T, go ahead and unmute your mic. Vince T going once. All right, Vince T. We're gonna pack you up. He's probably sleeping. Do things on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
CP Alex, what's good, guys?
What's good, fam? How you feeling?
I'm stressed, man. I'm sick today, bro. My throat was hurting. I wasn't feeling well, and I was just hoping that the Knicks was gonna pick us up, bro. We need help, bro. We need help. I swear, like, I just say, like, I wish we had Julius, bro. Like, he will be running over these dudes, bro. Running right through these dudes.
Yeah.
It's sad, you know. I'm staying positive though. On the bright side, you know, I've been thinking. Last season, we beat the Cavs in 5. Then we lost, you know, to the Heat in 6. Mm-hmm. This season, we beat Philly in 6, and now it's Game 7. I feel like this is just us building towards something positive, and I really don't want to switch up the team, man. Like, I feel like all we really need is Julius. Like, if I hope that he sees how he can really facilitate and play alongside of the team and not just be that, you know, selfish Julius that he is sometimes, and we could really do something, you know. Sunday is a big test. Who knows? You know, maybe I believe that what's gonna happen, we're gonna beat the Pacers in 7. We're gonna play the Celtics. We're gonna lose away games, and we're gonna win home games, and that'll just build us up for next year, bro. Like, we need help, bro. But I'm gonna stay positive.
Okay.
I know this team could do it, and let's see on Sunday. I believe. Let's go.
Let's go. Do things in the chat. Let's go, man. How's everybody in the chat feeling, man? 1 to 5. 1 being extremely worried. 5 being, nah, we got this for Game 7. Throw a 1 to 5 in the chat. Let me know. Let's take the temperature of the chat right now. 1 being extremely worried. 5 being we're good. What do you think, Al? You said we got to be careful.
First and foremost, you got to be careful because there are some Pacer fans in the chat right now.
True.
Spamming the living daylights.
True, you're right. There is
no chat saying, Pacers in 7, da. You know, they're coming through doing their whole parade right now.
True. There is no Pacer fan TV, so some of the 5s could be, or some of the 1s rather.
Exactly.
But actually, no. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the chat out. We've seen some 3s, 4s, 5s. A lot of 3s and 4s. 3s. All right. So midway. Okay. Not bad.
Someone's not even give you a number. They're saying I'm extremely worried.
Look. Somebody puts a 1. What is their name? Naptown Indianimal. Take a guess.
He's a Pacer fan. I'm telling you.
Take a guess on who they're rooting for. Naptown Indianimal. There is no Pacer fan TV. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're in here.
But it's always interesting how the Pacer fans always come out after a win.
Yeah.
But yet they're quiet after an L.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man.
It's always interesting.
Yeah. I had one Pacer fan. The dude damn near knew the entire KFTV schedule and cadence and when we go live and when we don't go live. I was like, bro, he can't make it up. I was like, yo, how you know the schedule's down pat? He was like, yo, CP, I love the show, man. So he kept it a beat. You know, he kept it 1,000 with us, man. So shout out to that guy. He's probably watching somewhere, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man.
I mean, to be fair, we have Spurs fans, Bulls fans tapping into the channel. Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah, well, it's the number 1 show for the fans by the fans. You know, it's not just Knicks fans, fans of the NBA. This is the best show in NBA media. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is. Shout out to our Fanchise channel members. If you guys are in here, go ahead and throw a custom emoji in the chat. Let us know that you guys are in here. Al, has anything come out with Josh Hart in terms of his injury, diagnosis? Is it an oblique? Is it, you know, just... What is it? What's going on with Josh Hart, man? Stomach strain. What's going on, bro?
Well, first of all, we have some people out there in the Twitter world believing that it's a hernia, and I'm like, unless you know for a fact,
is that the Twitter doctors?
The Twitter doctors are back out, man. They're back out in full force.
Twitter doctors are saying he's got a hernia.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
you already know how it is.
I can't say.
But give me a minute as I refresh this Twitter is down on my phone, so now I gotta go to my computer.
Okay.
So give me a second here as I
Okay.
try to pull everything up.
In the meantime, Aaron Lazenby, shout out to our day ones, man. Aaron Lazenby, shout out Philip, been with us from the beginning. D-Block 1755. Arthur Pergament salutes. Says, have to be worried, man. Have to be max worried. Don't mean Brunson doesn't show up for a 50-piece and we do enough to win. Yeah, I think, look, we still have enough to beat this team, but it's like, damn, man, like, if we lose Mr. Everything, the guy that fills the stat sheet, when you look at the stat sheet, like, yo, the Knicks did this, that, and the third. Josh Hart, it fills the category for all of it. That's tough, man. Left coast lefty. Omadel Poe. Do things. Salutes my guy, dude, man. First lady of sports. How you feeling? Down there in the 305. Arman Dutta. What's good? He's been here for a minute. Muhammad Mustafa. Yep. Oh, he's our day one. Shout out Muhammad. It's money time. It's money time. Burks couldn't save us tonight. He couldn't save us, man. $5 super chat from John Torre, Fanchise channel member, says, I'm confident about Sunday. Knicks just prefer to win in dramatic and cardiac fashion. I'm telling you. Get your pacemakers ready. It's game 7 time.
What you asked for, CP.
This is what we wanted, I guess. This is what we wanted. All right.
No. This is what you asked for. Let's get this clear. We were during the regular season. Knicks were just demolishing teams like, by 10, 20 points. We didn't have this cardiac Nick affair. You're like, hey, Al, don't you just miss the cardiac Nick affair? And I'm like, no, I actually don't. Next thing you know, what comes through but more cardiac Nick affairs.
Every single game of this series has been that way, bro. Cardiac affair. Cardiac affair, bro.
It is. You are always at the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
There's nothing different. I expect nothing less from this team moving forward. Look, there's nothing medically on Josh Hart yet, but they've been asking all the players on what they believe for Josh Hart with regards to his injury. Miles McBride, according to Ian Begley, says he seems like he's feeling better now. Him asking out is not a good sign, but I think he'll bounce back. McBride adds that he doesn't know details of Hart's situation. Hart was not in the locker room while reporters were in the room after Game 6.
Wait. Go one more time in the Hart stuff. And did you put it in the Slack or no?
Yeah, I put it in the Slack.
Okay,
so
all right,
one of the
hang on. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, go to the Ian Begley tweet.
Begley. Okay, all right. Let me pull the Begley joint up. Hang tight. Salutes everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. CP and Alex on the ones and twos. KFTV postgame live, presented by Underdog Fantasy. All right, let me pull this up. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so this was tweeted by Ian Begley. He says, Miles McBride asked about Josh Hart. McBride says, he seems like he's feeling better now. Him asking out is not a good sign, but I think he'll bounce back. McBride adds that he doesn't know details of Hart's situation. Hart was not in locker room while reporters were in the room after Game 6.
Yeah, that's not good.
You then have Stephen Bondi. There's another tweet. That one's above the Ian Begley tweet.
Okay.
Said Hart seemed to be in pain outside of the locker room, but Jalen Brunson just now, I assume he's going to play. It's Game 7. And then I gave you the audio clip of Isaiah Hartenstein talking about Josh Hart's injury and his status for Sunday. So if you want to play that one.
All right. Let's play it. Salutes everybody in the chat. CP and Alex here. Trying to figure out what's going on with the X Factor. All right. Here's Hart. Here's what he had to say. All right, hang on.
I mean, just knowing him, I didn't talk to him or know the situation right now, but just knowing him, he'll do whatever to play. So if his leg's not falling off, I can probably say that he'll probably play, but I haven't talked to him, so we'll see. But yeah, it's hard. He's done so much for us this season, so we'll see.
All right, so pretty much no one knows what's going on.
Nope.
We're back to square one. No one knows what's going on. Guys are only assuming based on who he is and what he means to the team. Okay, That's fine. Look, they're saying what they need to say. They don't know, but they can only hope based on who he is that he'll grind it out. And he was not there to meet with the media. So, don't think it's a great sign. But we'll have to wait and see for Sunday. We'll have to wait and see for Sunday. I can't see, unless the guy just had, some crazy thing going on where he just had to get it all out in the bathroom. The idea that he's just going to recover in one day and just be back to being Josh Hart, I highly, highly doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Unless he just got food poisoning in Indiana where, and I doubt. That's highly doubtful, bro. Highly doubtful.
Is he going to take a cortisone shot?
Right. To the
Get
guts.
this man some steroids.
Get that man a cortisone joint to the guts. This is tough. But we'll get there, man. Sunday's another one. Robin Chad Horry, $20 super chat. Said, cheer up, guys. CP, keep your head up. If we lose, we have lost with a depleted team. If we win, we have won with a depleted team. I think you could look at it positively either way. I will be in Mexico on vacay watching Game 7. So, shout out to Robin, checking in from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So it's May in Calgary. He's probably trying to get up out of a blizzard. He's going to Mexico, and he says, "Hey, listen, win or lose, I'll be okay."
I was about to say he's going to be on vacation in some nice weather.
Yeah.
Cheer up, guys. Anything can go. Anything can happen. But you know what?
I'm
going to be on vacation. I'm fine.
I'll be fine. Either way.
Let me get a margarita right now as I'm just chilling here on the beach.
My man's going on holiday, as our friends say across the pond.
Oh, holiday.
I'll be fine. Y'all go ahead and tap into that game in New York. I'm in Mexico. Shout out to Robin, man. Enjoy your vacation, man. Enjoy your vacation. Absolutely. I would love to do the same, man. Modern Sisyphus, $20 super chat, says, let me call in. I'm a Pacers fan. Well, I mean, whatever. He sent $20. I mean, the guy spent Skrilla, That's how you know there's no Pacer Fan TV. You got Pacer fans spending $20 on the number one show for the fans by the fans. That's how we know.
Pacers fans want to call in.
I mean, if he's not blind, the number's down there, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KFTV Discord. We're not necessarily looking to hear from you, but if you're calling in with constructive takes, sure, we'll have a listen. 718, what's your name? Where you calling in from?
What's up, man? It's Kenny from Brooklyn. I ain't calling the while.
Yo, I ain't here for you in a while, dog. Where you been at, man?
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. Just started a new job, but I wanted to call and be the voice of reason. And to let Knicks fans, there's no need to be so damn down. I mean, Game 7 is at the Garden. That's why you got the 2 seed.
Yeah.
And they got to bring their game right now. I also want to touch on, I know CP got really happy last game. I was just checking, trying to see the stats to see what Burks did tonight. But
it don't matter,
his boy Burks, I took out the trunk, better bring his game on Sunday, too, because we're going to need it, for real.
You worried about Burks, man. I'm worried about Hart.
I'm not worried about Burks. I'm just saying, CP, he was very happy that last game in New York when Burks did his thing. I'm saying, what did Burks do tonight, man? Burks didn't work tonight?
Come on, Kenyon,
I was basically trying to get work done.
This is Kenyon's deal. This is Kenyon's deal, and he hasn't called in a while. Kenyon's deal, he likes to argue about things. He likes to come at me about things. So now he wants to come at me with Burks. Well, we got bigger fish to fry, Kenyon. It's not about Burks tonight.
I know. First of all, fellas, man, I'm always listening to the show. I've been life has been busy or whatever.
Problem.
But it's Game 7. We got the 2 seed. Let me tell you my take on this. I'm looking at the box score right now. What did your boy Burks do tonight? Oh, he got 11 points, 2 for 8. Okay. But here go the deal. We got to win on Sunday. We got the 2 seed. And for all the folks that hate on Randall, If we had Randall, this would have been easy series. One other thing, too. I predicted, you could go check me out on Facebook. I posted it again on October 23rd. I predicted 54-28 in the trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. If Randall didn't get injured, my prediction would have been spot on. But we got to get to Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know what we got to do, but we got to win on Sunday.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, it's Game 7. Appreciate the call. Call back anytime. He hadn't called back in a while, and sorry, Kenyon, man. It just wasn't good. It wasn't your night tonight, man.
Wow.
It
he
wasn't
comes after
night.
your guy, Burks. You're saying it's not your night.
It wasn't his night. He's talking about, I mean, he's burying the lead left, right, and center. You lose Hart. Brunson was bad. And then he goes to Burks, of all people. He goes to Burks. The game was out of reach in the second quarter, Kenyon. Were you watching the game or not? And then he says, oh, well, the Knicks got to win on Sunday. Well, it's Game 7 of the playoffs.
I mean, I'm just saying, I would have liked Burks to, score a few points.
Yeah, I mean, now you want big. Now you really want big money to be Jordan.
I mean, you guys are claiming that he's Jordan.
Come on, man.
I'm just asking for some Jordan.
Come on, man. Come on, Kenyon. You haven't called in months. Come on, Kenyon, man. What are we talking about?
It seems like Burks is a sensitive topic tonight for your CP. You okay?
Burks is a no topic for me. We lost Hart. Brunson was terrible. Dante didn't do his thing. What about the starters here? Burks is supposed to come in to be complimentary. This game was out of reach in the second quarter. 15-2 run. Bye. What are we talking about, Burks? We lost Josh Hart. We lost the X factor of the entire playoffs. We got bigger fish to fry, man. This team is decimated by injuries. We gonna worry about a guy that went 2 for 8?
Yes.
Yeah.
CP's in
different
disgust
game
right now.
I was watching a different game. That's all I can say. I was watching a different game. 774, man. Hopefully you got something better for us, man. What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
What's going on, CP? This is Andre. I'm calling from the Commonwealth. I can't say that I have something specific.
Which Commonwealth? There's a lot of Commonwealths in this state, in this country, man. Which one? Virginia?
The Commonwealth, the original, Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Right, I'm calling from the Cape.
There you go.
Right, and so I called in before. I made no secret. Tom Thibodeau, the pride of Salem State, okay, who's the Knicks coach that came in to restore order and bring things back to the point where they are right now. And he's doing a great job, and he's deserving every cent of that $10 million in terms of the contract extension that they're talking about giving him. We're not going to keep or recognize all the receipts of the people that slandered Tibbs' name and all those coaches that had him voted the least favorite coach in the NBA 3 years running. We're not going to do that. This is about Game 6. CP, here's the thing. As you know and I know, it's not that you lose, it's how you lose, right? This was a winnable ball game for the Knicks.
Yeah.
It's a 4 or 5 point game midway through the second quarter.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, this is what I was afraid of. They got on that damn slippery slope, okay? So it's a 4 or 5 point game. It's in the margin. Then we go into halftime down 10 points. What do I say? You got to – if they're at a halftime, if they cut that from 10 to 5, we got to dogfight the rest of the game. As soon as it starts creeping up 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19, the game is over. Here's one of my bottom lines. I'm upset, but it's your show, so I'm going to concede the point in a second. I had no problem with Tibbs playing the guys starters all the way down to the 3-minute mark in this game. I had no problem. Now, people are going to be out there slandering Tibbs. Oh, he's got his guys in the game, and the game is in hand, blah, blah, blah. That's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it, the Tom Thibodeau way, you made your damn bed. I'm cursing here, CP. I apologize. You made your doggone bed, then you sleep in it. He has the guys out there to take in every second of this butt kicking that they got so they can store that up and bring it to Game 7 at the Garden in front of a rocking crowd and come out there with some force, with some viciousness, and go out there and handle business.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is why everybody's dejected is, get the heck off the line. You shouldn't have put yourself in that position in the first place. To be down 17 points going into the fourth quarter. You had opportunity after opportunity. They didn't capture it. Long story not so long. The last OG is coming back, and they are going to win a Game 7, and they're gonna restore the faith in Knicks Nation. But I don't like this team going to the last minute and putting themselves back against the wall. But we're going to get it done Game 7. CP, I really appreciate the show.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for the time.
Call back anytime, man. Call back anytime, man. Al, what do you think, man?
Did he say that OG's going to come back for Game 7 against the Pacers?
I don't think OG's coming back for the playoffs.
What was just confirmed? He's not, the Knicks have to win without OG for Game 7.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for him in this series. You know, talk about a guy who's injury prone, who never comes back from injury early, to come back from a hamstring injury after a week. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, the expectation was, in my eyes, if you make it past this round, there could be the possibility of returns for, you know, a Knicks Celtics series, but that's so short for him to return for this series. But look, I think this team still has a chance. It's going to be a bloodbath in Game 7. It is going to come down to being highly efficient. You got to be highly efficient. Yeah. The thing that the Knicks need to do is slow down the game, because they were playing, in my opinion, way too up-tempo, falling into the Pacers' trap. And what they need to do is get into their sets, work the clock, and if they don't make the shot, get the board, man. Because what we saw, the poor shot selection, if you're going to shoot a three, and you're only going to have Hartenstein down there for a rebound, and if it's just going to launch right back out, they're going to grab the board, go out in transition. They'll do that 10 out of 10 times. Make it easy on themselves. So Knicks just need to slow it down and work the clock, get into a set, just do everything that goes against what the Pacers are good at, which is they're not good. They're not at their best when it comes to slow basketball. Make them work in the half court. So Knicks just are going to need to do in order to, like, keep Game 7 close.
Yeah, I get what you mean in terms of working the clock, but I also felt like tonight in particular, they worked the clock with no clear goal. And when I say they, I mean Brunson. You know, a lot of the times you dribble, top of the key before you look at his 10 seconds left on the shot clock, bro. Like, what are we doing with the basketball? Are we looking to get a quality look? Are we looking to get shots within rhythm? Are we looking to get to the basket within rhythm? Like, a lot of the times I just felt like there were just so many empty possessions where we're just dribbling with no clear goal of what we want to do with the basketball. And again, I got to look, where else are we going to go but the point guard on that? You know what I'm saying?
For sure, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't really get into a set, and they were being rushed. It just felt like, even though they were working the clock, every shot was rushed. It was not a good look. It was either off balance, a shot that they're not typically taking, or it was just no one was in rhythm. And to me, if you're not in rhythm, that means you're either being rushed and you're not playing at your pace. So that's what I'm saying after watching this game, is that everything felt rushed, whether it was just taking an empty three coming down in transition, whether it was just Brunson just trying to milk what he was milking the clock, but it was still every shot that he take, it felt rushed. Like it wasn't in his rhythm. And so you just saw, because of that, it just leads to the Pacers to take advantage of that. Because then if you're taking a shot that you're not used to, right, you got to think from a standpoint of, like, everybody else, like, well, I can't get that rebound. That I'm not used to you doing that, or you're not going to find me in the position that you need to find me just to make a pass. So then you get all these turnovers. So got to correct these issues, man, going into Game 7.
I just felt like the possessions were just way too empty. Just mindless possessions that turn into a bad shot. On the next end, it's Indiana streaking out in transition. Siakam every time. You know, yeah, when Precious was guarding him, a lot of him was in those half-court sets. But, damn, how many times was Siakam just shooting over smaller Knicks? Hart, Brunson, McBride, and they were just getting it every time, man. Like as soon as a Knicks shot goes up, Halliburton's out. He's out. Outlet. Boom, boom, boom. They're out in transition, and it's just like they could not keep up there, man. They could not keep up. 62 points in the paint for the Pacers tonight, 38 for the Knicks.
40 in the first half. They have 40 points in the paint
in the first
half for the Pacers.
In the first half, and it was the usual cast of characters that I expected to turn up, especially for the Pacers at home. I expected a big Turner game, 17 points for Turner, 6 of 10 from the field. Only 1 for 3, only 3 3-point attempts, but inside he killed him. He was yamming all over him. So I expected that. I expected a McConnell turn up. 15 from McConnell, 7 of 13 from the field. One of my props that I picked on underdog was McConnell over 2.5 points in the first quarter. I picked that, and I think he had that. He had 4 points in the first quarter. I just expected a more energized T.J. McConnell for the Pacers, especially in the first quarter. So you had McConnell with 15, Halliburton 15, Nebhart with 15, Turner 17, Siakam with 25. Siakam set the tone for them and really never relented. And so that was that for the Knicks, man.
We really let T.J. McConnell just be a Nick killer, don't we?
The Nick killer. Oh, I forgot about Obi. Obi had, we'll put some respect on his name. He had 11, 5 or 6 from the field, but he was impactful. I thought Obi was impactful tonight. So he did hurt us tonight. So there it is.
15 points in 16 minutes for T.J. McConnell, man.
Yep.
4 assists, 2 boards, and 1 steal. He's just all over the place, man.
Yeah.
And that's probably the more frustrating part is that where you have Halliburton, who works very quickly in getting into his sets and looking to score, McConnell enters and does the same thing. There's no change. So the Knicks, and especially when you're shorthanded, you have to be ready to be playing at 110 miles per hour with either McConnell or Halliburton on the floor. And it's never ending. And then the fact that McConnell has now become this lethal scorer against the Knicks makes things 10 times harder.
Yeah, true indeed, man. He and Mr. TD in the chat says McConnell has been a game changer. He has. So give credit there. They stepped up. Backs are against the wall. They stepped up and ran us out the gym, unfortunately. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. KFTV postgame live. Series is tied 3-3. We are going to Game 7. How do you guys feel, man? Call us up 657-383-1509 or hit us up on the KFTV Discord. Shout out to everybody that came through the slate tonight. Slate was rocking. Eric L. Beats on the 1s and 2s. Packed house. Tables flooded. Everybody was in there. Shout out my guy, Edgar Burgos. Hard to Guard Media was in there. My guy, Chandler, with Zip Chairs. Chandler provided my Zip Chair for Postgame Live, and they sponsored the show for a number of years now. So shout out to them. And yeah, we had a great crowd at Slate. So we will look to bounce back on Sunday and look out for the watch party announcement on that. Eden on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Eden, go ahead.
Yo, hello?
Yes. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Brooklyn, man.
Okay.
What's up, man? Y'all all right after
man.
this game?
Yeah, not really. We lost Josh Hart. We'll see what happens there. But, yeah, series ain't over yet.
Today, we really lost because of Brunson forcing a lot of horrible shots, missing open threes, no rebounding, horrible defense, and missed free throws. See, I feel like we should have deserved this loss because I feel like we were being very cocky with the all black. When I saw that all black before the game, I'm like, yeah, it might be a big struggle tonight because the Knicks, like, even when these type of games, we can't just close. It really makes no sense. Like, Josh Hart is hurt. Everything is stressing me out now. Like, now we have to go to Game 7. Everything is stressing me out at this point, man. I can't really. I have nothing to really say. Really, I just, but I heard Josh Hart might come back. I don't know about them Ian Bagley tweets. They're like 50-50. I don't know if I can really believe them or not. I don't really know. But I feel like Josh Hart should come for Game 7 though.
Okay, cool. Appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime. My man was so unsure of himself, he almost had me unsure of myself. So I had to let him go. I had to let him go.
Well, you were unsure where you were for
I
a
was
brief
unsure
second?
of who I was. I don't know. I don't know who I am. I'm not sure who you are. I'm not sure.
Are you CP the Fanchise?
I don't know. I'll call back anytime. Call back anytime. I'm not really into the superstition. Yeah, they wore all black to the game. They were trying to get into some type of, unity, chemistry. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Giants did that when they won the Super Bowl. They showed up in all black for the Patriots funeral, and it worked. They beat them. It is what it is.
I mean, they were wearing black hoodies and stuff prior to playing the Sixers, so.
Yeah. You do what you do. You can't.
I'm not going to read too much into it.
Yeah, you can't predict a Josh Hart injury within the first few minutes of the first quarter. Because when that happens, the Knicks are right in the game. And that was another reason that was so frustrating was that, when they allowed the 15-2 run in the second quarter, they were right in the game. They had the lead. They were up by like 4 or 5 points. Everything was fine. They survived the early onslaught. They were fine. Once the Hart injury,
Dante were doing the damn thing.
Yeah, McBride and Dante were fine. Everything was fine. And the Hart injury with Brunson compounding it with dribbling the air out of the ball, then things just got out of whack. I don't think anything that the wearing all black had anything to do with that. It just is what it is. I don't. Only play I criticize what the hell he had on was Daquan Jeffries. I don't know if you saw that. my man showed up.
CK's guy. Hold on. Don't go. Don't roast CK's guy too much now.
My man showed up with the cowboy hat.
10-gallon hat.
Yeah, I was about to say that. What was up with the 10-gallon hat? You threw the mojo off. This is New York, Daquan. What are we doing here?
Yeah, so don't dress like the Indiana Pacers now.
Yeah, right. He dressed like he was coming from Naptown. But hey,
what's worse?
You get it how you live.
I think that's what makes it worse, CP, is that we have to watch Tyrese Halliburton and his kooky stylist come out here and, Shout out to TM for the poll in the chat. He said, if Hart doesn't play in Game 7, are we still winning or is it Jover?
I mean, you can still win if the Pacers shoot like 30% from the field, sure.
Out of 405 votes, 58% say the Knicks are still winning.
Yeah, sure.
So there's still confidence in this fan base, CP.
Yeah. Look, and now the Pacers are trying to emulate some sort of like fan reaction outside. So obviously, the Knicks fans going outside after every game, after every win, prompts everybody to follow suit and copy. I don't even. Well, let's hear what these I know. I'm not gonna go in on people. That's. I can't. I shouldn't do that.
Gee Willikers, guys, we won.
Let's hear what these people got to say. Look, there we go. Okay, all right.
There was a prophecy. They said Pacers in 7, Halliburton with 40.
Pacers in 7. I give Halliburton 40. See y'all come 30. Let's go, baby! Go
Yeah, look at these people.
You know what I will say
look at
about
these
this?
people. These are like This is the Joel Osteen version of fan reactions, man.
Joel Osteen version.
This is the Joel Osteen version of fan reactions, bro. Cringe.
Now pass around the basket real quick.
Now pass around the offering. Send those darn Knicks home.
G. Willikers,
G.
guys.
Willikers. The Pacers won the game.
I darn tootin' reckon that we just won.
They had all 3 Pacer fans in the front of the camera talking about, hey,
all 3,
hey.
he said. First of all, can we just talk about when we see the Knicks fans outside the Garden, there is no space.
There's no space. You know, you can't even see a person. It's just a blur.
I can easily walk through this and get home right now. If I was leaving Madison Square Garden, it'll take me about like a good 2 hours to get through the crowd. Okay,
What is this?
I have no idea what's going on here.
What is this? And this is why we should have retired Bing Bong a long time ago, man.
My God, the Bing Bong thing is just so
was
awful.
Lame after the first time it was said. I'm just gonna put that out there, man. I never said that. A lot of people were riding with it, to each his own. I thought it was lame from the first time it came out. And now you got these people from all over the place talking about Bing Bong as if that's to say, like, that's who we are. That is not who we are. That is not who we are, bro.
Look, Side Talk, they use that as like the intro, and then I get why it was used because
Bing
he had
Bong
Side Talk
lamed
there.
us out, man. All that
But
Side Talk stuff is lame, bro. Go ahead.
But the thing is that it just got so overplayed, man.
Yeah.
Like in the Garden, outside the Garden, every team that was defeating us that year, and that was the worst part. Is that was a bad season, right? It was a down year after making the playoffs for the first time since 2012, 2013, and then every other team, Magic, everybody was playing Bing Bong. It's like, all right, guys, there's not even like a good ring to it.
Yeah,
it's just
it's lame.
I never understood why it got so catchy. You know what's even worse? You know what's worse, CP? Is that when you hear other fan bases say that to you, you're like, oof, nobody says that. Nobody says that.
The thing that was so cringe with this celebrating is like, you know, the thing is like New Yorkers, we just have that gift of gab. So, like, we're going to talk trash even when it's not warranted. For an Indiana Pacer fan, like, they don't know how to talk trash. Ever. They've never been able to talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go to somebody from New York, you go to somebody from down south, like, they're going to tell you that their people, their squad, is the greatest thing since sliced bread, even if it ain't. The Pacer fan, they can't even pretend properly. They can't even pretend. So, it just is what it is. But salute to them people, man. Get home safe, whatever it is.
Gosh darn it, your team is just bad.
Gosh darn it. Halliburton was so good tonight. Oh, my God.
You guys lost.
Yeah. Bing Bong, you lost. They can't even cap
that
right.
hurts.
Yeah, they can't even cap right. But, hey, they got the dub. Take it. Go ahead and take it, man. It is what it is. Vince T. Did we get to Vince T on the Discord already? Did we get to Vince T?
Hello. Am I in?
Yes, you are in. Yes.
I called in before, man, and I just want to say again, thank you for all you do.
Okay.
I called in during the 76ers loss.
Okay.
And I quoted Rhyme Animal, and I'm going to quote him again. Do not let a win get to your head or a loss to your heart. Pun intended. Like, it's time spiritually. We need to stop the toxic. We need to stop it. We owe this to them to get behind them after all the fights that this team has been through this season. It's time us as Knicks Nation to really lift our spirits up even more.
Okay.
And believe in them. Look, I understand it's dark days, but they've done this for us. Let's do it for them. I mean, I understand it feels like we're buried alive, but just like in Kill Bill Volume 2 with the bride, we got to bust through that coffin, come on up and get our revenge, man, and let's kill Indiana. Let's do this, guys. Let's stop making excuses and stop blaming people. These three guys, Hart, DiVincenzo, and Brunson, they've already won a championship nationally. They have the hearts of a champion. So let's do this. That's all I want to say. And salute, shout out. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Salute, man. Call back anytime, bro. All right, man. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Are you a believer? Do you agree with our guy Vince T in the chat? Just no blaming, keep it pushing, and support this team. They gave us their all. What do you guys think? 1 being trash, 5 being facts. What do you guys think? Subway Sounds puts a 5. Okay. Okay. Kyle Dason, have faith. Leon Johnson says that's crazy. Okay. Okay, we got 5s. People are believing. Shout out to Vince. Hey, he's got the people going now.
You got to believe, man.
Got to believe.
Look, we have made it this far in the postseason with a decimated team.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping believing now.
There you go. Don't stop believing, man. Shout out to Journey, man.
I was about to say, don't stop.
Shout out to Journey. Great song. Shout out to Rhyme Animal Chuck D as well. All right.
Shout out to TM for having a funny one, though, for how Pacers fans can talk trash. I reckon y'all concerned about Game 7.
Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. So, to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you, boys. CP and Alex are the ones and twos. Got to make some levity out of a bum night like tonight. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Number 1 show for the fans by the fans is on and poppin'. Salute our sponsor of the night, man. That is Underdog Fantasy, guys. Hopefully you guys played your pick'ems and your drafts and you won some money tonight. But if you haven't played Underdog Fantasy and you haven't signed up already, go ahead and sign up. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com, or you can use the link in the video description to win up to 20 times your money. But when you make a deposit, Underdog Fantasy is going to match that up to $250. So what that means is if you do want to get your feet wet and you deposit $250, they will match that. So you have $500 to play with, $250 of your money, $250 of house money, and go ahead and jump into the fray. But you don't have to deposit $250. You can deposit $20, $50, $100, whatever you want, and they will match that all the way up to $250. So it's a great way to get your feet wet, great way to get started with our friends at Underdog Fantasy. Plus, they have special picks, special promo picks every day. So you just never know what you can cash in on. Play to win, play responsibly, pick them, watch them, win them. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or use our code in the video description, KFTV, and you will get up to $250 in bonus cash. Okay, there we go. Let's get to the Discord. Jake Cal on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Jake Cal, how you feeling, man?
That's it. I've seen enough.
Let's go.
I can't take it with these Hicks and this like post game trying to do the bing bong stuff.
Right. Yeah,
it's enough.
Yeah,
it's just so corny. I was ready to go to bed. I wasn't even going to call in. I was stewing over here. I was like, all right, I need 24-hour call period. That's it.
Yes.
Enough. Oh, well, butter my biscuit. I guess Brunson counted his chickens before he hatched. We're fixing to come back to New York City, big city. We're fixing to come back. Bless your heart, Miles Turner. Oh, what a game you put together, Halliburton. We'll be in New York in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
That's right.
We're going to go yonder over there.
That's what Pacers Sports Radio sounded like right now, man.
Oh, man.
What in tarnation happened to Jalen Brunson?
Oh, my Lord. Wow.
God, it's enough. It's enough with these guys. That's it. We have to crush them in Game 7. We have to put... Yeah. I am so irate by the 16 people who stayed for their bing bong. Their unbelievably lame version.
Unbelievable.
My God.
Unbelievable.
Well, you know what? Pascal Siakam, he's stubborn as a mule, that one. Oh, my God. I guess the Knicks fans are bigger than their britches.
Yeah.
And we'll be there lickety-split, Jiminy Crickets. We're going to come into Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, and we're going to show you just what we can do.
These people are insufferable, man.
Oh,
They're insufferable. It's enough of this. Dang, Nabbit. Dang, Nabbit, we're going to push this to a 7-game series. Hee-haw! We're going to bring our own corn on the cob. Family show these guys. It's enough.
Yeah.
I want, if that, you know what? Coach has got to make a little looping video of these hicks and their corn shucking and this nonsense. We can't go out like this. We have to destroy these guys in the next game only because of this embarrassment outside there. Bless your heart, Miles Turner. Oh, bless your heart. You got them 8 rebounds.
What'd you think
Well,
about
I guess
that?
you're a bit rich. You're too big for your britches there, Alec Trataros.
What'd you think of the heart injury, man? What'd you think about the heart injury?
Oh, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. He's the glue guy. Yeah. I mean, there's something about this season and all of and this team being so depleted. There's something magical about how hard we're fighting through this. And you know, this is what the playoffs are about. We almost every year, injuries play like a major role of who makes it to the big stage.
Yeah.
And maybe this year the injuries got us, but man, these guys are dogs.
Yeah.
And if they could be out there, they'll be out there. And I'm happy with this season, no matter what happens. I do want to crush Indiana, and then I want to see what we can do against the Celtics because both of these fan bases are garbage. But yeah, it's tough losing Hart. I mean, God, it's what 15, 16, 17 rebounds. How do we recover from that?
Right.
Which is what we say every time somebody goes down. How do we recover without Randall? How do we recover without Mitch? How do we recover without OG? How do we recover? How do we recover? And you know what? We always figure it out. So I'm loving this run. My energy's back up. I too was being a little crying in my coffee too, CP. It was a little rough when Hart goes out.
Yeah, man.
But let's get psyched. Let's just go out with the bang on Sunday. Let's fight these hicks. Let's send them back to the sticks. Let's show them what New York is about. Let's put it all out there on the court. Great season, great regular season, great playoffs, great player development, incredible deal making. We signed OG. We got rid of Mid-J. We cleared the deck. And Brunson proved he is an all-star and he is the best point guard in the league. We will persevere. Ari from Taiwan is correct. We are going to persevere. Every year we get better. Tibbs culture, Brunson culture. We believe in Worldwide West. We are not a piece away. We have the right team. We're just an off-season away and getting healthy. None of this has to do with Tibbs playing 2 minutes. Enough with that. Enough with that. These guys played 34 minutes, 42 minutes. It's going to be fine. Maybe you can play him a little bit less. But anyway. Maybe you can play him a little bit less, if I'm being honest. But, who's left on the bench? Like you say, CP, who do you want us to put out there?
There's literally no one left, man.
What are you going to do? You're going to start the simulation? Listen, we all love him, but we all know that's a project.
Yeah.
He's a project. Play Burks for 25 minutes tonight. Burks, 25 minutes.
There's literally nobody left, man.
There's nobody left, but let's focus on what an amazing season we have. It's not over.
Yeah,
we'll fight like dogs on Sunday. And as one of the early callers said it, like this is a second round of the playoffs. So you expect it to be easy?
Right.
You expect it's not easy. This is easy.
Hey, listen, they don't call it an endurance test. Well, I don't say that. I call it an endurance test. The playoffs is an endurance test.
Yes.
And we're seeing it live and in living color, man, this run.
Right. And you know what? Man. The people who are, really going deep are the ones who don't have injuries.
Right. Which is why you got to give them so much credit, man. When you're able to make it through the end of 4 rounds, and raise a championship trophy, you earned it, man. You truly deserve it, man. The champs are the champs in the NBA, man.
Stay up.
Yes,
Alex,
sir.
great job, as always. You're just such a. I mean, you want to talk about like a dog, Alex. That guy is a journeyman. He doesn't miss a show.
No. The
guy plays 48 minutes.
The Trataros is here, man. The Trataros is in it to win.
Appreciate you, Jake L.
Shows up early, stays late.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss a show. He's like our Josh Hart. He's 48 minutes.
That's true.
Shout out.
For sure,
Alex, man. That's our Iron Man right there. All right, guys. Stay up.
Salute, man.
All right. We got this on 70.
Yeah, man. One day to
7,
recover. Give us 1 day to recover, and we'll bounce back, man.
Butter my biscuit. We're coming to New York. Butter my biscuit. I think that Brunson's all hat, no cattle. Oh boy, CT, the franchise. Oh my Lord, he's in hog heaven when those guys win. But he is down in the dumps. He's fixing to.
They would put the
jump
R
out a
by
window.
name. They would put the R by name, man.
Enough. There's a reason why they don't have their own fan TV.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they're here with us, man.
No fans, not by the fans. No fans, not for the fans. I mean, then all these guys copying our stuff.
Yeah.
Boston, you see Boston out on the street. We're outside.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Oh my God.
Where'd they get that from? Where'd they get that?
We outside.
Don't get me started on that. Do not get me started.
You know who wants to be outside in Boston? It's the worst place you could be outside.
That's the
it's
worst
a dump of a town. Terrible food.
Yeah, right.
Terrible. Boston is like, I wouldn't accept it as like the 9th borough. It's terrible city. Enough. All right, I'll see you. I'll see you guys on
Jay
Sunday.
Cal on the
Well,
Discord.
get some sleep.
Yeah, man.
Stay up, man.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna wrap this one up soon, man. Appreciate the call, Jay Cal on the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get through this rapid fire. $5 super chat from the Rhyme Animal Suck T. Insurmountable odds makes a Final Four worthy of champagne. That will rank with any championship later. If we get there, it's such a story. Let's go Knicks, man. Salute to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. Shout out to Jay Cal. Salute to all the Knicks fans in the chat. Okay, a couple more rapid fire. 317, what's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hey, what's up? I'm from Indy. What's going on?
Okay, is this the Pacer fan that wanted to call in?
Yeah, yep. I went ahead and did what you guys said. Called the number. How you guys doing?
No problem. Yep.
I want to go ahead
Well,
and
golly.
say I am the... Hold on. Yeah, yeehaw. I want to go ahead and say I'm the one white guy in Indiana that does not like fucking McConnell.
All right. He's cursing. It's a family show. You're from Indy. You're out of here. Peace. 469, what's your name? Where you calling in from?
That was a quick hook.
What's going on, guys?
Listen.
What's going on, guys? I tell you, this Indiana guy is a country of a truckload of eggs. That's what you say, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, CP, man. Long time listener, first time call. My name is Marvin, man.
Let's go.
But first, I just wanted to get through this, man, real quick with you guys, because, you're going to get that from the other fan base. But, hey, you guys don't hold your head down. Listen. You win 50 games in the regular season for a reason. For what? To get there, to have home court advantage.
Yeah.
Going down the stretch.
Yeah.
And that's what you got. This game here, you win this home game coming up, and you get healthy. You worry about Indiana next year because you should take them out.
Yeah.
But there are some concerning because every game in this series, the team that has won the rebounding battle has won the game. Losing Josh Hart is big. He's averaging 12 rebounds a game in the playoffs. That's huge. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking that he might come back. Abdominal injury, you can look at it. They usually don't, but hopefully he can. But it's, if the key is one game. Win this game, you get rest. Go to the other one. Go to the next round. He will be healthy.
Okay.
I don't believe it's much. I mean, home court advantage, court advantage in this series. Rebounding the ball is critical, and that's just what it is.
Yeah. Rebounds have been critical, man. Appreciate the call, man.
No problem. I'll be getting back with you guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, man. Yeah, the other guy, the Pacer fan, I don't know. Like, he thought he was, like, calling in with friends or something. And then he started,
he's in the
like,
chat
going
right
off.
now. He didn't know there was a family show. Look, guys.
Nah, it's a family show, buddy. You don't know us like that. Like, you just got to come with it. If you're a Pacer fan, you got to come with it, man. That's just what the rules. This is a family show. You don't know us like that. So you come in and hey, I don't like McConnell. Blah, blah. I mean, we're already disinterested. And then he starts spewing, foaming at the mouth. Nah, you got to call somebody else. We'll call
I'm sorry,
Caleb Cooper,
I
one of them
can't.
people.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I can't believe a Pacer fan would call in and say, I don't like McConnell when McConnell has been instrumental to you this round.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
He said he's the only white guy that doesn't like McConnell. He was all over the place. I don't know. Call Hannity or someone. You're probably looking for one of them people, man. This ain't the show for you, man. 615, what's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
This is Brendan. I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee.
Brendan, what's up?
And, hey, man, first time, long time. I just want to, first of all, say this is the greatest sports show in the history of television.
Sure.
I just also wanted to say, look, I'm living and dying with every game in this series, but, at the end of the day, what's been true about, in the history of basketball is that, role players play better at home. I think that this Indiana Pacer team, they've been undefeated at home since March. I mean, if they were, if they only played at home, they'd be the 96 Bulls, but they're not because they're, a 6 seed and they're a team full of role players. And, the Knicks are, at this point to some extent as well, but there's one superstar in this series, and his name is Jalen Brunson. And he's, he had a bad game tonight. I think that's, but I think you rarely see superstars have 2 consecutive bad games. And I think he's going to bounce back.
Okay.
And, I think that the Josh Hart injury hurts, but, I think they're going to shoot that thing up with cortisone. He's going to be ready. If you got to give him, there's no way he's sitting out of Game 7. He's going to come out. He's going to be flying around like Superman. And, when it comes down to it, it was the story of it, like you said, it's boards and
Appreciate
Brunson
it, man. Listen, my fault. I gotta let you go. So the call quality, and that's probably on our end, not on your end. He was getting in good takes, but I couldn't let the call just keep going because the quality was just bad. 917, what's your name? Where are you calling it from? 917. One more. 917. Going once? All right. This guy's out of here. All right, so we're going to get the phones out of here. We're going to get the phones out of here. Okay. It's getting late. 1:44. Knicks lost. I'm getting agitated right now. Beamer Jazz. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Yeah. Beamer Jazz. Let's go, man. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Yo, what up, fellas?
Look, good, man. Great. How you feeling?
Oh, man, it's a tough loss, man. And I don't even mean the game.
Mm-hmm.
Tough to lose Josh, man. The game completely broke down, and I'm going to put this on Thibs a little bit because Thibs did not know how to adjust, bro. We lost Josh, and we lost that other ball handler. We lost the ability to obviously rebound and then leak out and play at the same pace that the Pacers do, right? Game 1, Game 2, we played their game. You want to run, we'll run with you, which kind of threw them off. They were expecting to probably defend us in the half court, but we were able to push a couple possessions and threw them off. Without Josh, man, the game changed, right? He couldn't get up and down the court like he does. I think you said it earlier, right? Like he took a couple drives to the basket when he was trying to push. He just couldn't get to the cup. He couldn't get to the cup to finish like he does in transition. So that made the game easier for them. And then Brunson, I felt like he was forcing because I think he felt he needed to do that. He didn't have that Josh Hart to kick it to, so that then Josh could go make a play and or either drive to the basket or find somebody open. If Josh doesn't play Game 7, man, we got an uphill battle. The only 2 positives I see out of it is, I think Dante played well, especially in the first half, right? And Miles played well in that first half, man. So I need those 2 guys to bring it like they, like this game, and hopefully JB can trust them in the second half. And find them so that they can score in the second half as well, right? I need JB to trust them. He has that trust with Devo and Hart. He needs to have that same trust in Miles and McBride, man. He needs to do that, and hopefully we can pull through. We can pull through.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, if Hart doesn't play, man, my feelings are hurt, bro. And even if he plays hurt, my feelings are still hurt because he can't do the same things he was doing, in the first 6 games of the series or the first 5 games of the series, man. I feel hopeful, man. It's the Garden, right? So we got the Garden effect, and we got that going for us. So hopefully we pull through. If not, I'm still proud of this team, and this team did a hell of a job this year. Sign out Hart. Sign OG. Hopefully OG stays healthy at least, through the playoffs. And, we run it back, man. We get Randall back and we do.
All right.
We do it again.
Cool, man.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, man. I don't want to get into the off-season talk, man. We still got one more game left. Sunday it is. Let's focus on Sunday.
Right.
Let's not just
Stay
start.
locked in.
If it is the last game, then we're gonna let's get to Sunday first, man. We'll talk about the last
Stay
game
locked
when it
in.
is.
Let's
stay
not
locked
stay-
in.
We can't do ifs.
Sorry,
Game
my
7.
charger's going in. We stay locked in, Al. You're right.
Your
Stay
charger's
locked in.
falling out of the wall.
Yeah, it fell out again. I got to put in the extension cord. So yeah.
CB's aggravated. The charger can't stay in.
Yeah. Free
He's
sauce.
He's back on working fast food orders.
Yeah, man. Back to being the conductor. Free sauce. What do you got for us, man? Free sauce.
Hey, man. Good night, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. All right, how are you?
Hey, good night. How y'all doing, man? Shout out to y'all for everything that y'all do. Game 6 was rough.
Yeah. Like
you said, man, Josh Hart, the X factor. What he does cannot be replicated for a 6'4" guard by anybody in the NBA. He's one of one. But it's Game 7. I'm really hopeful for our boys. We gonna have the crowd behind us. You got the fans, and I don't really have bad feelings about it, but we need those offensive rebounds, like you said. Without those boards, that's our key to the game. We need those rebounds. We need Hartenstein to be aggressive. I like what he's doing with the assists. We need Brunson to, to better more looks. I know he's our superstar. He has to take those shots, but like you said, we just need him to play more efficiently, and we just gotta make it through this game. Once we make it through this game, we worry about the next game, one game at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Knicks' ability to control the glass, it's remarkable because it's one center and a ton of guards.
Absolutely.
Just think about that in reality. They have no wings.
And that
left.
guard is 6'4".
And the guard is 6'4". And he is helping you maintain your rebounding edge. That is how unique Josh Hart, his gifts, his abilities, that is how important he is to this team. Where,
man, it was definitely a good point.
Even when you lose Julius, you lose Mitch, you lose OG, you can still beat this team on the glass when you have a healthy Josh Hart. If he's not healthy, then it's Hart 1-on-4, 1-on-3. So when Carlisle calls out his team to up the intensity, up their hustle on the glass, and they're at home, backs against the wall, and you lose Josh Hart, well, there's your result.
And it's like there's only so much Precious could do, you know what I mean? Shout out to Miles McBride, but there's only so much he could do. Shout out to MJ Burks, but there's only so much they could do, man. We're so depleted.
Yeah, man. Team's depleted.
Like I said,
it's tough.
One game at a time. We'll see how it is on Sunday. Hopefully they get the rest that they need, and we throw the kitchen sink at them one more time, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me up here. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great night.
Call back anytime, my guy.
Appreciate you.
CP.
Yeah.
Josh Hart, through 12 postseason games this year, is averaging 12 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein is next with 8. And to put into context how impressive this run is for Josh Hart this postseason, he is shooting 45% from the field, 40% from downtown. He's getting you 12 boards and averaging 4.5 assists. That's how impressive Josh Hart. And then if you want to talk about just keep it on rebounding, Isaiah Hartenstein next with 8. That's how good of a rebounder Josh Hart is. That is how important he is when it comes to getting second chance opportunities, stopping opponents from getting second chance opportunities. That's how good he has been this postseason.
Yeah, man. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what's going on with him. Hopefully he's a little bit better for Sunday. Is he gonna just be 100%? I doubt it, but hey, you just never know. Every time you think this team has their backs completely against the wall and you want to count them out, they find a reason to come back from the dead, man. So this could be another one of those situations on Sunday, or it could be, hey, just another man down. We'll see what happens. Keep it positive. Keep it locked. Knicks lose 116-103. Game 7 it is. 3:30 on Sunday. We will see you guys, man, right here on Play by Play Live. Stay tuned for the watch party announcements coming up on KFTV social media. Remember that the show is available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. Catch it on all major podcast platforms. But if you did miss it, catch us on the Replay Gang, CP the Fanchise, Trataros, We out of here, man. Tough loss, but we'll bounce back. Peace.
Double rings, baby, double up. Yeah.